Good morning. So today I'm going to work right now, and I need to get something off my chest super quick, and it's the fact that I had learned some information. I don't know if it's true though, of why I was switched to a new project. And even though I felt like I had a choice because I was asked to move to that project, it could have been as well an offer because I was bad at the one I was currently in. And I have my suspicions. I know I was stressing that last project. What is bothering me is when I was given that offer, I wasn't given the transparency of why I was being offered that role. So, yesterday I was crying. Of course, I've become a big old crybaby this year, but I've also have never felt better emotionally. So crying feels really good. So I cried a bunch yesterday. I said everybody hates me, everybody wants me away, I got demoted, they want to fire me, I gotta seek for another job. But I was looking at a video just now about anger management because God knows, and everybody else surrounding me knows, that I need anger management. I know it, but I never actively try to fix that. So I started looking at videos since I can't afford therapy, and I might continue. I learned something today already from just one video that has already shifted my perspective in this whole situation that feels like shit. And they did it not out of spite. They didn't do it to be ill-intended with me. They did it for the best of the company, which is the goal of everybody in my job. Everybody wants to do a good job and look good for the job because everybody's job is on the line, and we also want to do good for the company. So if I wasn't being the best in that role, then it made sense to move me somewhere else. It's not personal. It simply isn't personal. And I took it personal. I take a lot of things personal. But having shifted my perspective on this whole thing, it makes me understand and accept it better. It doesn't feel good to know how replaceable I am, because we all are. I work corporate jobs, so I am very replaceable, and that idea never leaves my mind. I'm always 100% aware that I'm replaceable, and that scares me. That's why I'm doing more content creation, because I am trying to seek for other ways for income. But I'm spiritual, so I also know that it has to be something that I like to do. I want to do something I want to do. I can't be the best at something if I'm not passionate about it. And let me just say this. I was given advice from an actual millionaire who had told me that you don't have to be passionate about your businesses. You simply don't, to get income. And I'm taking that into consideration, and I still will. Obviously, I'm passionate about making money, and that's what he said too. So make that your passion if you're not sure what your passion is. But for me, I want to see if I can find growth in what I like to do. I'm not totally dependent on it. Not yet. Because if I was serious about making money, I'd try to make money by doing whatever the fuck it took, I'm not doing that yet. I'm not there. Obviously not there, because I'm just going by my passions. So I'm doing a different route before I get to that point where my passion is just making money. But I just wanted to share that advice that I learned, because if you're anything like me, where you feel like everybody's out to get you, or you're anxious, or you're easily angry, or you're emotional like myself, and you take things personally, just know that everybody's trying to do their best. And nobody's thinking about you the way you're thinking about you. It sounds kind of sad, but it's true. Nobody really thinks about you at all. Like, nobody wakes up in their day and they're like, oh, I want to fuck up Alexa's day today. Which I think is how I originally thought, and kind of still do at times, but it's not the case. It really isn't. And so you got to be positive. And you know, I was definitely scattering. I was like, oh, let me try to get back at them and try to like find something else to do so that they don't kick me out. Nobody's talking about me getting fired. I'm feeding this to myself in my mind that I'm gonna get fired. I'm feeding that to myself. It's not true. In fact, I'm doing really good. From the surface level of what I see in my point of view, I'm doing good. But when I'm not doing good is when I think about those comments that were told to me in that phone call yesterday, and I assume it's all a lie. That's not productive, and it doesn't make me feel productive. And I was gonna go to work today to hide in a room and work on the side and maybe even cry a little or just feel frustrated. I don't think I was gonna be able to focus or be productive today with that mindset. But knowing that I'm doing my best and I'm doing good, I'm not being told on any phone call by my boss, my leadership, that I'm not doing a good job right now. So I'm taking that as is. I'm taking that to heart. I'm taking that as truth, that I'm doing a good job. And that's all I need to know now. And you know, if I ever were to be let go, which is always a possibility, this is corporate, you're replaceable, right? If I were to be let go, I know I have the qualifications to find another job. There's work out there for me, you know? It is scary, the amount of time it might take to find a job. That is terrifying, especially me, who I panic and I get anxiety. I obviously don't want to go through that situation, but I know I'll be okay. I know I'll be okay. And you will too. You just gotta put a different shift in your mindset and know that you will be okay. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to being productive today, doing my best at work, and then that's it. Prove myself with my actions as I have been. Okay, that's all for me. Have a good day, y'all.